here with Nick Martin for Chronicle Sports on the banks of the Ohio River here in Pittsburgh, where the Blue Devils just knocked off the Panthers 51-48 in double overtime at Heinz Field. And Nick, what was Duke able to do in double overtime in order to win this game?
Yeah, the big thing they were able to do was after James Conner, Pittsburgh's running back, scored to put the Panthers up, Duke was able to answer quickly on Anthony Boone's touchdown pass, and then they were able to shut down the Pittsburgh offense on defense, something neither team had been able to do all day. That led to Thomas Sirk coming in on offense and doing what the menace does best, and he scored on a 5-yard run, and here we are talking about Duke winning.
And that was Sirk's fourth rushing touchdown in the last 3 ACC games for Duke. And speaking of offense, Duke's strength this season, or at least in the past few games, has been defense. How was their offense able to rise to the occasion and win this game?
Yeah, I mean, heading into this game, everybody's talking about Duke defense holds teams to 15.1 points per game. Not the case today, but the Duke offense stepped up and answered the call. Anthony Boone had a very efficient and very explosive day. He threw for 266 yards and 3 scores. 2 of those came to Jamison Crowder, who found the end zone for the first time since the season opener against Elon. It was a game, as I said earlier, about answering. And Chad Wojcik of Pittsburgh, their quarterback, had a very efficient game and racked up 84 yards on the ground. And James Conner obviously was a monster for them. He finished the day with 260 plus yards and 3 scores of his own. But like I said, end of the day, Duke was able to answer every single time Pittsburgh scored, and they got lucky with a missed field goal at the end of the fourth quarter.
And Duke's offense was able to push the Blue Devils out to a 7-1 start here this afternoon in Pittsburgh. Duke now at the top of the ACC Coastal Division and will have a spot in Charlotte at the ACC Championship game with four wins over the next 4 games. Nick, what does Duke have to do to make it back to the ACC Championship?
Honestly, they just don't have to blow it. That's the only thing the Blue Devils have to do from here on out. They play at Syracuse, which should be a win. Then they come back. They play Virginia Tech at home, who lost today to Boston College. They play North Carolina team a few days after that on a Thursday night game. And then they'll take on the woeful Wake Forest. So really, as long as they don't blow it, we should be standing in Charlotte in December talking about the Blue Devils playing probably Florida State in the ACC Championship game.
And don't forget to tune in next weekend to DukeChronicle.com for our full coverage of Duke's game at Syracuse on Saturday afternoon. Live here in Pittsburgh for the Chronicle, I'm Brian Mazur. Nick Martin. We'll see you next time.